as a civil servant, it is very important for you to protect the law. You are the protector of the law. So since we are going to deal with different types of majority used in parliament, okay, so normally once a bill is passed by both the house of the parliament, and once the presidential assent has been given, we say that a law has been made. What is a bill? It's a draft of a proposed law, and which has to be considered by the parliament or state legislature for discussion. It's a draft law. Bill is a draft law, and that draft law has to be discussed by the parliament or state legislature. Simple. That is what you mean by a bill in relation to polity. Okay? It's a draft law. It's not only a draft law. It has to be discussed in the parliament. If it is a union law, it has to be discussed in the state legislature to be a state law. Okay? And after discussion, once it is passed and got the assent of the president in the case of union law, or the governor in the case of state law, it becomes a law. Now, we studied in fundamental rights. We talked about many laws: equality before law, rule of law. What do you mean by rule of law? Law is the king. Law is the king, not king is not the law. That was earlier case, earlier time, medieval period. Democracy, law is the king. Then what is law? Law are a system of rules. Law is what? It is a system. It's not one rule. It is a system of rule, normally a country or a community. See, there is a religious law is there, personal laws are there. You know that, na? Okay, personal laws are there. Similarly, so any law, but see, in India, since constitution is supreme, all the law, personal laws, including personal law, have to be consistent with our constitution. That's why recently we have seen that many personal laws got amended or changed. I'm not going to discuss that, okay, because it's a prelims class. Okay, so just have an idea what is because tomorrow, once you reach interview or once you become a civil servant, you have to implement the law. I'll just give you an example. Traffic laws. There are many traffic laws are there. Motor Vehicles Amendment Act is linked with, Motor Vehicles Amendment Act has many things. Yes or no? What is the basic aim of Motor Vehicles Amendment Act? To ensure safety, road safety. Why? India is having one of the largest number of road accidents. Why India is having the largest number of road accidents? Because we are not implementing. It is not only the problem of the government. It is not the problem of when they ask you to wear helmet, we will not wear helmet. When they ask you to wear the seat belt, we will not wear the seat belt. And when they fine you, you will complain. What type of law it is? Okay, try to understand what. So similarly, now onwards. Okay, see, your preparation, prelims, mains, interview preparation everything has to go parallel. What is it? What is your interview preparation? Nothing. Just change your personality. No knowledge you will gain it in prelims and mains. You ask yourself what is your personality. Just when you see a traffic signal, stop it. When they see a no parking board, don't park it. When they ask you to wear helmet, wear the helmet. Follow the rules. If everyone start following the law, what will happen? What will happen? There will be an order. Yes or no? There will be an order in the society. There will be no quarrel. You have seen many accidents and many fights And nobody even taking the victim to because of our poor implementation of traffic laws, many deaths have happened, na? Because of our indiscipline. Yes or no? We could not able to take the accident victim to the hospital. Roadblock. You can say many things. Okay, roads are not wider. That is a different case. I'm looking into the law only. Okay. Anyway, just have an idea. Law is nothing but a system of rules which have been recognized by the country, people of the country, or the country itself. It is mainly done through our constitution. What this rules will do to you? It will regulate the action of its members. Religious law regulates their members. But in India, what is the most important holy book? Constitution. The Constitution. And who are its members? Citizens. Okay? So, the Constitution, so the rules will regulate whom? Its citizens. And in order to enforce it, see, if you feel that, why this 1,000 rupees penalty is being imposed or 2,000 or 5,000 rupees is being imposed? Otherwise, you will not wear helmet. Otherwise, you will go for high speed. The fear, fear means fear of losing money. Oh, I will 500. Just ask yourself, why you are wearing helmet? Now a new rule has come. Now the pillion also have to, then you will be blaming. What nonsense this government is doing. Imagine how many bike accidents has happened. How many people have died just because of head injury. Not wearing helmet. And wear a proper helmet. And wear it properly. Okay. So the penalty is not to create a fear. It is actually to protect you only. But this penalty makes you to follow the law. There are different types of penalties there. If you are violating a civil law, it will be managed through a fine. Criminal law, you can go to prison. Okay. So anyway, so just keep these basics in mind. Now, different kinds of majority. Okay. Now, bills are passed. I told you, bills are passed in our. See, if it is a union law, means union bill, it is passed in the parliament. State bills, it is passed in the state legislature. Okay. Now, regarding the concept, okay, simple majority. Okay? What are the cases in which we require, means we can pass a bill. That is, who can pass a bill? The parliament or the state legislature. Okay. So, one is through simple majority. What do you mean by simple majority? Simple majority means nothing but a majority of 50% of the members. This is a key word. Understand the meaning of it. Don't by heart it. Simple majority means majority of 50% of the members present and voting. Means they are present and they are voting. There is an option for them. We have seen that they were present and finally they will not vote. They will leave. Now what are they? That is actually, this simple majority is also called by the name functional majority. So it's a simple majority is also called by the name functional majority. Why it is called functional majority? Because if the parliament to function, most of the important functions to be approved, it requires simple majority. That's why it is also called by the name functional majority. No conference motion, different types of motions are there. Adjournment motion, then vote of thanks. I told you, president's address or governor's address. After that, there will be a vote of thanks will be there. There will be voting will be there. And again, that should also have this simple majority. If a government, after the presidential address or after the governor's address, is not having simple majority, in this vote of thanks, what will happen? What does it signify? The current government does not have the majority, functional majority to. You get what I am saying? Okay. Now, ratification of Constitution Amendment Bill by the state legislature. We are coming to it. Okay. Constitution Amendment Bill are passed by the Parliament. See, keep this in mind. Okay. There is a role for the, in case of Constitution Amendment Bill. Okay. We'll discuss the different types of Constitution Amendment Bill. Okay. So, in relation to Constitution Amendment Bill. Okay. In relation to Constitution Amendment Bill. Okay. If, you know what is Constitutional Amendment? Na? What is Constitutional Amendment? Amending the Constitution. Changing the Constitution. Okay. But see, there are some cases where you can change the Constitution by simple majority. Article 1, Article 4 we discussed. But that we will not call it as Constitutional Amendment. Why? See, Constitutional Amendment means under Article 365. So, regarding Constitution Amendment Bill, if the Constitution under Article 368, if it is amending the federal feature, you know what is federal feature? No? Anything which affects the center-state relation. So, in that case, what happens is that first, the Parliament, that is, both the House of the Parliament have to pass it by a special majority. I have not discussed what is a special majority. We are coming to it. After it is passed by both the House of the Parliament by a special majority, then it goes to the State Assembly. That's, you getting what I'm saying? When, take the case of GST, which is, do you have any idea regarding which constitutional amendment is GST introduced? 101, 101st or 101 Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay. This constitutional amendment have made changes to the federal, it affected the federal system of our country. Why? Now in relation to taxation, center can tax on state subject, state can tax on central subjects. I'll discuss. For time being, this only you understand. Why? Sir, it has happened long back. Sir, the material is wrong, sir. Sir, they have written instead of Parliament, it is written State Legislature. Material is not wrong. It is State Legislature. So, how this procedure is happening? Once it is passed by both the House, there it is, which Constitutional Amendment require? Under 368, it require special majority. And after that, if it is a federal feature, it will go to the State Assembly. And half of the State Assembly, only half of the State Legislature. So, how many State Legislature is there currently now? 28. 28 is there. So, 15, 1, 5. Okay, have to approve it. Okay, so that you keep in mind. So this State Legislature, when it give approval, it does not require special majority. It require only. So, Parliament houses special majority. State Legislature, if a constitution bill reaches them, it is simple majority. Is it clear? I should not forget it. Okay, that's why I detailed explain it. Okay. Now, Deputy Chairman, this post we discussed, Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman. Okay, and what about the Chairman of Rajya Sabha? Why it is not mentioned here? He is a different personality. Who is he? Vice President. And there is a special procedure to elect him. We already discussed, we have already studied. So, regarding the election of Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, election of Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha and State Legislative Assembly. Election of Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is lower house. Lok Sabha is lower house. Rajya Sabha is upper house. And finally, passing of, keep this in mind. Okay, we are coming to this. Passage of ordinary bill, money bill, and this I'll discuss today. This is very, lot of questions have been asked. Lot of questions have been asked, okay. Why for a small material I'm discussing so much means, from the number of questions UPSC asked, you'll understand it, okay. So, ordinary bill, money bill, and financial bill, all are passed by simple majority. So, now only one more bill is left. What is that? Constitution Amendment Bill. There are 4 types of bills are there. Four types of bills are there. Ordinary bill, money bill, financial bill. These three bills are passed by simple majority. Another name is functional majority. What is the other one? Constitutional amendment bill. It is passed by special majority. Okay. So that be very clear what is simple majority. Next one, absolute majority. Now be very clear what is absolute majority. Okay. Majority of more than 50% of the total members of the house. In the case of simple majority, what is the difference? Present and voting. Here it is 50%, more than 50% of the total member of the house. Okay. Here, whether the seat is vacant or not, that is not applicable. So the status of Lok Sabha, what is the strength? As today's strength is 543. Total strength. And about Rajya Sabha, 2, including nominated member. Okay. So this is what is total members of the house means. Same in the case of state, absolute majority, same in the case of, if you are taking each state assembly has a number, and number is different. I'll discuss what is the number. They will not ask you the number of state assembly only. Okay. And they will not ask you, but just have an idea. And we have seen how UPSC have asked questions regarding the membership numbers of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Solve the previous year question. So, but this concept of absolute majority is not used anywhere in the constitution. We don't see. It is just what you can say that it ensures if any political party is having absolute majority, what does it mean? A relief that they can rule for 5 years. Political stability. What is this? See, imagine 543 is the Lok Sabha number. Okay. So 272. Am I correct? If any party is having 272, 5 years, they can rule unless there is no defection. That is signifies, what is it? That's why it is having more political significance than constitutional significance. Just for your understanding. Okay, they will not ask you what is, maybe we can just see. We nowhere in the constitution it is not saying that okay we require absolute majority. Constitution says simple majority. See, we have many cases in which we require simple majority or functional majority. Okay, absolute majority nowhere. It shows political significance. You understand what is political significance? Okay, so that party normally a party is having absolute majority till what is the history is that they have completed their 5-year tenure. Unless this many things we'll discuss, Article 356 or President rule or defection or something happened. They are exceptions. Okay. Hopefully from now onwards those things will not happen. Okay. Now, effective majority. Now, effective majority is mentioned in our constitution, but the word is not used. But, so what is effective majority? Okay. Effective strength of the house. You know what is the total strength? Effective, for example, some members have died. Okay, I mean vacancy can, or some have resigned. Anything can happen, na? So there will be a vacancy. Okay. So what is effective majority? Effective strength. Absent and vacant seats are, once you from the total membership, you deduct, you reduce, minus those who are continuously absent. Absent means they have taken a leave. They have gone for a foreign trip. Means long leave they can take. And there is a rule also, if you take a long leave, you will automatically will go for disqualification. Unless without the permission, you have studied disqualification of membership. Please go and study it, okay? And vacant seats. Vacancy normally occurs because of resignation or death, okay? So that is what is called as effective majority, okay? Now, so Constitution have never used the word effective majority. What is the Constitution have used the word? All the then members. You have studied Vice President. Now, please go and revise the Vice President. In the case of Vice President, this is the word used regarding the removal of Vice President. How the Vice President is removed? How the Vice President is removed? Which house will take the initiation? Rajya Sabha. Okay? And so, but the majority required is, they are not saying simple majority. It is, what is the word used? All the then members. What does it mean? It is effective, means remove all the absentees, remove all the vacancies, and what is the effective strength? With the effective strength, if there is a majority, 50% majority, and if it is passed that Vice President have to be removed, you can remove it. Okay. So Article 67 Clause B is talking about removal of Vice President. There it is talking about all the then members. Then similarly, see, actually you can see one commonality. It's very easy. One commonality. Just use a common sense. What is the commonality of Vice President, Deputy Chairman of Rajya Sabha, Speaker and Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha and State Legislative Assembly, Chairman and Deputy Chairman of State Legislative Council? What is the commonality? They are all presiding officers. So, regarding the removal, again, keyword is, it's easy, na? Now you will not forget. Not regarding appointment. Regarding the removal. Now once you know both the houses of the union and the state, and once you know the presiding officers, their removal is through this effective majority, but that word is not used in the Constitution. The word used is all the then members. Okay, so we have studied three: simple majority, absolute majority, effective majority, and the fourth one, special majority. Very, very, very important. It's very simple. What is special majority? Anything other than the three. If it is not a simple, absolute or effective majority, it is a special majority. Okay, but special majority are of three types. This is the biggest problem student is having. Learn it. So there are three types of special majority are of three types. Okay, type number one. You know the meaning of present and voting. Now we already discussed the meaning. Okay, 2/3, not less than 2/3 members present and voting. That is one type of, we already studied this under Article 249 and 3112. What is the speciality of these two articles? This is the two articles which give special power to Rajya Sabha. Okay, so that requires, so Rajya Sabha will initiate regarding creation of All India services under Article 312, or Rajya Sabha will initiate that the Parliament can legislate on the state list for, on what reasons? National interest. On national interest, once the Rajya Sabha passes a resolution, what is the majority required? 2/3 members present and voting. So already we discussed this. You know it, and it is very important. How many times this question have been asked from these two? Now do you need to mug up these two articles? If you have revised the previous year question paper, that module, Now, majority fulfilling to second criteria, okay, second criteria, okay. The second type of special majority has, okay, it is a majority fulfilling two conditions. It has to fulfill two conditions. One condition is this one. Okay, that is this, see, this same condition is, see, not less than, it has, so this condition has to be fulfilled. Imagine, what is the total strength of the Lok Sabha? I am taking Lok Sabha, okay. What is the total strength of the Lok Sabha? 543. Okay, this first case, I am taking this first case. 300 members are present and voting. I am talking about the first case. 300 members are present and voting. And here, to fulfill this condition, that is not less than 2/3 members, what is the number required? To get 2/3, 201 is sufficient, na? With 20 members support, it can be passed. That is, I am talking about this condition. Okay. Now take the second condition. What is the total absolute majority of the total strength of the house? What is the absolute majority of the total strength of the house? 272. So if this is fulfilled and if it is not fulfilling this one, it cannot be passed. Both the condition has to be fulfilled. This is actually Article 368 is talking about this majority. Majority fulfilling two conditions. Under Article 360 it's a special majority of second category, not first category. What is the second category? It has to fulfill two conditions. What is the two condition? 2/3 of the members present and voting, and not or, and it should fulfill, that majority should be more than 50% of the total membership, total strength of the house. It has to go together. This is, so here in this case, what happened if this was the case? This will not be passed. Only with this only, both is fulfilled, okay. 300 members are present and voting. Obviously it is having, that is fulfilled, and total strength, half strength is fulfilled, then it will be passed. Imagine, take the number to change it, okay. 400 members present and voting. Okay, so if it is, okay, 400 members present and voting, okay, so 267 means this condition is fulfilled, but first condition is not fulfilled. It need 272. Fulfilling special majority under category 2. It need to fulfill two conditions. They are, please note down, Article 368. It's very, very, very important. 169. What is this? State Legislative Council. We'll discuss. Okay, I'm not discussing. Okay, if the Parliament has the power, okay, to do it, but the State Legislative Assembly. Okay, there are two procedures there. The State Legislative Assembly. The State Legislative Assembly has to. This majority we are talking about. See, Kerala does not have Legislative Council. Yes or no? Now the Kerala Assembly is passing a bill. Kerala Assembly is Legislative Assembly is passing a bill. That what will be? They will not ask for abolition, no, because it's not there. What they will pass the bill? They will pass for creation of a Legislative Council. So this is actually in relation to State Legislative Assembly. State Legislative Assembly. If a State Legislative Assembly with this majority, and this article is very, very important, you will understand when I take State Legislature. Okay, So there you will understand, okay. So, and after the state legislative assembly have requested creation, those who don't have requested for creation. Those who are having is requesting for abolition. What does it require? It is just a condition only. It is just a condition. And finally, it will go to the parliament. And then finally, parliament will decide whether to create or abolish. That I will discuss. Article 169 I will discuss in your coming class. Okay. Then, Article 124. Please note down Article 124, Article 217. You are clear now what I am discussing. Article 124 and Article 217 dealing with removal of judge of Supreme Court or High Court. I told you the constitution impeachment, the word impeachment is used only for the president. All other constitutional bodies it is removal, okay. So regarding the removal of Supreme Court judge under Supreme Court judge, Article 124. High Court judge under Article 217. It requires special majority under which category? Remember, category 1, category 2, second category or second type. Category I will say. See, just for your understanding, this is category 1, category 2, category 3. Then, removal of CAG and Chief Election Commission, all these things I will discuss. They are constitutional bodies, very important constitutional bodies. CAG is a very important constitutional body which is created under Article 148. We will discuss. Chief Election Commissioner, again another important constitutional body, is created under Article 324. So, what is the commonality about this special majority under the second category? Okay, see Article 368 I have not explained. Once I will explain Article 368, I will tell you the more details about that federal features, state role, etc. Okay, now I am just explaining this special majority of second category. Okay, they are very important bodies. Now CAG has a very important role to play. Okay, so that's why their removal. So actually constitution is giving them a protection by making their removal by stringent. Constitution is giving a protection to them. Protection means, you are having stability of tenure. Nobody will remove you because you have a very important function. That we'll discuss. Supreme Court judges, High Court judges. So their appointment is different, but their removal is more stringent. Now coming to the last, third category. Only one type. We already studied. Special majority, third category, which comes under Article 61. That is 2/3 regarding the impeachment of president. Okay, this word is used in the constitution only for one important person. That is the President of India. Okay, impeachment of president. And what is the majority required regarding his impeachment? Majority of not less than 2/3 of the total strength of the house. And this is the highest majority mentioned in our constitution. Okay. So special majorities of 3 types. Category 1, Category 2, Category 3.